Remember the early promise of the internet? It was sold to us as a great equalizer, a digital town square where every voice could be heard, a global library of knowledge at our fingertips. It was supposed to connect us, to broaden our horizons, to empower the individual against the monolithic institutions of old. We were promised a renaissance of thought, a new age of enlightenment driven by free and open access to information. For a while, it even felt like that was true. We found old friends, discovered new hobbies, and learned about corners of the world we never knew existed. But somewhere along the way, that dream began to curdle. The digital town square started to feel less like an open forum and more like a tightly controlled shopping mall. The global library began to show us only the books it thought we wanted to read. The feeling of connection has been replaced by a creeping sense of isolation, of being watched, guided, and subtly manipulated by forces we can't see and don't understand. The tools we were told would set us free are starting to look more and more like the architecture of a cage. Every time you scroll, you're casting a vote. Every time you click, you're sending a signal. Every time you like, you're teaching an algorithm. You are constantly feeding this vast, invisible machine information about who you are. But have you ever stopped to ask, what is it teaching you in return? We're told this digital world is meticulously crafted for our convenience, a personalized paradise designed to serve us. But what if it's really for their control? What if your convenience is just the bait for a much more sophisticated trap? Forget what you think you know about secret societies. Forget the dusty rituals, the clandestine meetings in smoke-filled rooms, the ancient symbols and secret handshakes. The new secret society doesn't need to hide in the shadows because its power is hidden in plain sight, woven into the very fabric of your daily life. They meet in the glass-walled boardrooms of Silicon Valley, at elite invitation-only forums, and on the encrypted messaging apps that connect the architects of our digital age. Their power isn't derived from old money or political dynasties. It's built from something far more valuable in the 21st century: your data. Every search query, every private message, every moment you linger on a photo, it's all harvested, analyzed, and used to build a profile of you that is more intimate and detailed than you can possibly imagine. This isn't just about selling you sneakers or predicting what movie you'll watch next. It's about influence on a scale never before seen in human history. These tech titans are not just influencing politicians with massive lobbying efforts, though they do that too. They are doing something far more fundamental. They are building the very infrastructure of our reality. They are, in a very real sense, coding the laws of our digital lives. Through proprietary algorithms that are completely opaque to the public, they decide what ideas gain traction and which ones fade into obscurity. They determine what news you see, what social movements are amplified, and what dissent is quietly, algorithmically, suppressed. They are the new gatekeepers, not of a city or a nation, but of information itself, and by extension, of our perception of the world. They have constructed a digital world that feels open, that feels infinite, but it's an illusion. In reality, it is a brilliantly designed maze, and its primary purpose is to keep you inside, engaged, and compliant. The mechanisms of this maze are the filter bubbles and echo chambers we hear so much about. But we need to understand what they truly are. They are not harmless features designed to show you more of what you enjoy. They are engineered environments designed to make you conform. Think of it this way. The algorithm learns what you believe, what you fear, and what you desire. Then, it constructs a reality just for you, a feedback loop where your own views are reflected back at you, endlessly. Content that challenges your worldview is demoted. Perspectives that might create nuance or doubt are filtered out. Over time, your reality becomes a hall of mirrors. Your opinions, now validated by a constant stream of agreeable content, feel less like opinions and more like objective truths. The other side, whatever it may be, becomes a caricature, a monstrous and misinformed phantom you only see through the distorted lens the algorithm provides. Without you even noticing, these systems gently nudge your opinions. They can amplify feelings of division and outrage because outrage keeps you clicking, scrolling, and feeding the machine. They curate your entire reality, not to make you happier or more informed, but to make you more predictable. A predictable user is a profitable user. A predictable citizen is a controllable citizen. Your individuality is smoothed out. Your sharp edges are sanded down until you fit neatly into a demographic box ready to be targeted, influenced, and steered. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is not the plot of a science fiction movie. It is a documented power shift, discussed and analyzed by academics, journalists, and even whistleblowers from inside these very companies. It is a fundamental restructuring of society, happening in real time. We are witnessing the construction of a prison not of bricks and mortar, but of code and algorithms. A prison with invisible bars, where the inmates are unaware they are even confined. The genius of this prison is that it doesn't feel like one. It's comfortable. It's entertaining. It gives us what we want. But its walls are slowly closing in, limiting our perspectives, shaping our thoughts, and containing our potential for genuine dissent and critical thinking. The escape doesn't begin with tearing down the system, it begins with awareness. It starts the moment you begin to question your own feed. The moment you actively seek out information that the algorithm hides from you. The moment you realize that the most convenient path is often the one that leads to a cage. The only real question is, will you recognize the bars?